Osei Kufuor, Black Science TV 111. I'm back at y'all again. I'm coming to address the Zika virus. Now, it's two people who are endorsing and patenting this particular virus. The two people's name is Henry Kissinger and Rockefeller. Henry Kissinger and Rockefeller. They have something that is called the Chemical and Biological Warfare Department at Fort Detrick, Maryland. The Chemical and Biological Warfare Department in Fort Detrick, Maryland, where they have been working on this disease or this virus for 3 years. And in the midst of these 3 years, it was on the list for military defense, where they were going to actually put this virus in certain animals, birds, and things of that nature, and send it into the environment of these foreign entities who were a threat to U.S. soil, so-called. But they said that it would be better off used against the citizens of the jurisdiction where that military is being initiated. So the citizens being the United States citizens. Now, the Zika virus is not inside of mosquitoes. It is not contained within mosquitoes. You need to know this, black people. It's a reason why every year we have something that's called the flu season. Why is the flu season given its own holiday? Why? This is because every year pharmaceuticals, the Food and Drug Administration, along with the pharmaceuticals, have something that is called a biological patent, where they go into black communities and they take a census from supermarkets to see what black people have been eating consistently that year. And what they do is they use the number which is higher of that product to say, okay, this year we will insert the virus into the foods that black people have been eating prior that year. Now, keep in mind, black people, we love eating chicken. We love eating all the stuff that's not conducive to our DNA. So when we start to eat things, it's a pattern. They study us. We are in a laboratory. And the Zika virus has been studied inside of the Chemical and Biological Warfare Department. They have 30 rooms inside of these facilities in Fort Detrick, Maryland. And they have been placing black bodies and white bodies in these rooms. And they will let off these viruses, which is frequencies. You got to understand that a virus is a signal. So they let off these signals in these 30 rooms. They have 15 blacks and in these 15 rooms and 15 whites in these other 15 rooms. And they let off these viruses. And the virus, lo and behold, only attacks the immune system of those 15 black people. Those 15 white people's immune system was left untouched. Black people, this is a biological warfare on us. Even when you go into the hospitals, you need to be careful. When they taking your blood, when they taking tissue samples and things like that, when they swabbing you, you have to understand that they are not throwing away this stuff. They are sending this stuff to private corporations such as Life Bank USA. Look it up, Life Bank USA. And what they're doing is they know that black people, within our blood, we have cells that reproduce at a high rate. And by our cells reproducing at a high rate, this gives them the ability to patent certain medications because we have an alkaloid within our cell structure. You have to understand that we are carbon-based beings. Europeans are sulfur-based beings. This is why they burn. This is why they have to put sunblock on. But even today, black people eating the foods that we eating, which is genetically modified, is altering our DNA. So now, the more foods that we eat that is created by them in their laboratories, the more our DNA is shifting to become inferior or recessive. So now we have to put sunblock on. They are altering us so we don't even know. But the Zika virus is only set to attack black people, and it's not inside of mosquitoes, and it's not only attacking black women, and it's not sexually transmitted. It's not sexually transmitted. It is in the foods that we are eating, that they are taking a census of every year. It is in the vaccines. It's a higher form of mercury. That's all it is. Matter of fact, they put a lower form of it inside of the water. They are attacking us using water. Why? Because our body is 75% water. So the Zika virus is in all of the meats, is in all of the dairy, and is in all of the other stuff that they know that black people are using on a consistent basis. They put it in the malt liquor. You have to understand that, black people. It sounds crazy, but we have to start eating alkaline foods. We have to start eating alkaline foods, and the only way to diverse these viruses is to get pond salt. Pond salt and alkaline water This is start soaking your vegetables and your fruit in pond salt and alkaline water. Pond salt, when you put it under the electron microscope, is very hyperactive. The more hyperactive something is under the electron microscope, the more better it is, because it starts to zap whatever mucus, whatever virus signals is in your system. It starts to zap that. All right, and it breaks down the diagram of that virus, because viruses are set up like blueprints. Black people, we have a physiology blueprint. And in order for viruses to attack just us, they will actually have to study our diagrammal blueprint within our physiology just to attack us. This is why it's only attacking us. All right? So every year they take a census. And if they see that we ate more Tyson's chicken last year than the year before, then the following year is what they're going to insert these viruses into. And this is what the Zika virus is in. This year, the Zika virus is in the food, is in the water. So we need to be careful, because this is an attack on black people. They know what we are about to become. They know that our DNA is shifting for the best for us. They know that the chemicals that's being dispersed now by way of the paradigm shift that we're going to be breathing in, that's going to actually help our brain to function on a higher capacity, is starting to now being distributed throughout the universe. So the Zika virus is something that is patented by Henry Kissinger and Rockefeller. Henry Kissinger and Rockefeller at the Chemical and Biological Warfare Department at Fort Detrick, Maryland. Black people, wake up. Stop eating meat. Stop eating starch. Stop drinking dairy. This is an attack on us. They know that we eat a lot of these things. So, like I said, get the pond salt and the alkaline water. If your body is in a high pH, nothing can attack your body. Cancer cannot attack your body. Common colds cannot attack your body, nor can a virus attack your body. Even if you have to do a fruit diet for 7 days, clear your body for 3 days even. In 3 days, don't you know the miraculous work you can do if you stop eating meat, starch, and dairy? This is where the metaphysics of Christ rising on the third day, being gone for 3 days. It's not talking about a little 3 days. It's talking about a body, a metaphysical terminology for a body that needs to be flushed. Our body, black people's bodies now, we are the highest carriers of diabetes, high blood pressure, cancer, dementia, and Alzheimer's, because we're eating foods. Matter of fact, not only are they putting the Zika virus inside of the meats in black communities, but like I said, they're putting the Corexit in there, and Corexit kills oil. Oil is carbon, carbon is melanin. Black people, we produce melanin within the pineal gland. So they are attacking our Christos, or our Christ, or our Horus. You get what I'm saying? They know that it is rising. The stone is being rolled away. This is the metaphysics in the Bible where they came back and Christ wasn't in the tomb. The stone had been rolled away. The stone is the viruses. The stone is the chemicals. The stone is the things that the white people are attacking our DNA with, because our DNA is our spirituality. They don't have souls, so their DNA is their foods, their guns, their chemicals. You get what I'm saying? This is why they go into the laboratories and they experiment on white mouse. They don't experiment on brown mouse. The reason why they experiment on white mice is because the white mice have the same chemical and biological physiology as they do. And the white mouse, you would never see it in the environment, because it's not natural. It's not natural. Okay, so it's time to wake up. The Zika virus is set to only attack black people's immune system. Black people, lay off the meat, lay off the starch, and lay off the dairy. Lay off all of it. Because I'm telling you right now, this is an attack. They know that this is the year that we are evolving into something else. They know that the extraterrestrials is about to abduct us. Again, the extraterrestrials being a certain type of energy, which is information that is going to be entering the subconscious of our brain and giving us the capacity that we need in order to rise above everything that they're putting against us in our spirituality. So with that much said, this is Osei Kufuor, Black Science TV 111. I'm out. Peace.